Welcome back. Grampy Ant Reacts. Well, it's June and it's supposed to be summer, but there's no summer here in Cardiff. I mean, it's absolutely raining cats and dogs. Not great, but there you go. You know, when you don't have much hair like me, you can go out in the rain, wash your hair, and we're all good. Anyway, guys, you know, thanks again. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. Thanks for sharing. It's been a bit quiet lately on the recommendations front, so get your recommendations in, and so we can sort of share, you know, the music that we like together. Well, I'm going to go back today to 1970. In 1970, I was just 14 years old, and it was when I first got into my favourite band ever, which I mentioned on another video, which is Yes. So I'm going to go right back to a really early album of Yes called Time in a Word, and there's a song on there which is starting to focus, you know, where this band was going and how they were going to end up absolutely brilliant, and a band that has spanned decades and are still playing live now in various versions. But this particular track, it was shot on a beach. I don't quite know what beach. The quality of the video's not that great, but however, you know, you can hear, you know, where they're going. I mean, Jon Andersons, you can hear there how his voice, you know, is maturing into, you know, the iconic sound that he's got. And I think on the album, we had Jon Andersons and Chris Squire, Bill Bruford on drums, Tony Kaye on keyboards, and Peter Banks on guitar. But I can see from the video that Peter Banks has been replaced by Steve Howe, so that transition has already been made. So I hope you're going to like this, and you know, for all you youngsters out there on my channel, you know, when you watch this video, you can see probably where a lot of your influences were coming from, maybe. But anyway, let's get it on. So we're going to be listening to Yes Then, and we're going to be putting up the video, and we're going to just get it going and get it kicked off. So here we go.
As long as we see there's
So we're going changing now into a transition. You know, this is the start of how the bands used to go there. Lots of transitions in their music. Oh, lovely start there. Bill Bruford on the sticks there, really tight. Yeah, great. And see Chris Squire on the keyboard in this video. But interesting, a very interesting video and a very interesting sound. Although I know the sound, it's good to go back and listen again. Just sort of take this back a bit, you know, see if we can get the transition in again, and let's get it going again. So, hope you're liking it. We'll pause there. Lovely little brass coming in there, yeah, getting up to them high notes. I mean, these guys look freezing. I have to admit, you know, why they want to shoot a video on a day like that. But you know, there's the effects. There's the you know, the look. But yeah, I'm loving this. You know, my heart is open to this band. Absolutely brilliant. Coming up to another transition now. So here we go.
Closer, life will be even bolder then. Love is the only answer, hate is the root of cancer then. Will be thought together soon in our minds forever.
Well, there you are. Chris Squire getting blown over by the wind. Well, gets a laugh, doesn't it? But yeah, I mean, I'm glad I featured that. Lovely little track. You know, don't forget, guys, right back to 1970, off the Time and a Word LP. Featured a lot of things there. Featured, you know, Bill Bruford's skill with the sticks. Featured Jon Anderson, you know, his great little voice. Some nice guitar sounds in the quiet patch at the end. Yeah, just really nice. And I hope you youngsters out there, you know, can appreciate stuff like that. And those of you who are starting off in music, maybe you'll get a little bit of influence there, you know, when you're sticking your notes down. But anyway, guys, don't forget to get the recommendations in so we can play some good music up here. Grampy Ant. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. Thanks for recommendations. Grampy Ant signing off till next time.